Today isn't what we all imagined. It certainly isn't how I pictured it.
But I do have a picture of my future, of our future, because I believe in the strength and power of our fellow classmates to reshape a new tomorrow.
Our lives were completely disrupted with almost no warning.
We could have let the fear and uncertainty force us to recede, but instead, our fellow students saw the opportunity to lead in the community.
To find solutions, to bring relief, and to inspire hope.
We connected farmers with food banks.
We launched a COVID-19 response innovation lab.
We developed maps that showed families where free meals could be found for Bay Area school children.
We got hands-on making masks.
We showed up for our community.
We stood up to racial injustice.
And amidst all of this, we found a way to show up for ourselves to reach our own incredible milestone.
The students here at Stanford have always found a way to shine a light in the darkest of times.
We maintain a sense of resilience and innovation.
That's what we do.
That's who we are.
Today, we are faced with a future more uncertain than we ever could have imagined. And it seems daunting.
But I'm inspired by the accomplishments of our community.
We have done so much during our time at Stanford.
The students we are celebrating today have won national championships,
Conducted groundbreaking research,
Written and starred in plays and musicals,
and traveled the globe performing.
They've served the community as tutors,
Coaches,
Translators,
Legal assistants.
And volunteers.
they've advocated for change and advanced Stanford for the better.
They founded clubs, initiatives, and other institutions that will shape the experiences of future generations of students.
our classmates are incredible.
And even though we are not together physically as we leave Stanford,
I know we're joined in going out into the world to make it a better place.
Congratulations, Stanford graduates of 2020.
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 Hello, 2020 graduates, and congratulations on completing your Stanford degree. I'm here on the quad thinking of all of you as you take this next big step into your futures. All of us at Stanford are so proud of everything you've accomplished during your time here, and of all the hard work that's brought you to today. We're looking forward with great anticipation to what you do next. To the family members and friends who are watching with our graduates, I want to thank you for everything that you've done to support our graduates as they work toward their Stanford degree. Now, at the beginning of this year, when you graduates looked ahead to June 14th, I'm sure that this isn't what you pictured. I know you were disappointed, as we were too, that your final quarter was disrupted so profoundly and that you're celebrating the conferral of your degrees at a distance too. You're entering the world beyond Stanford at a moment of great uncertainty. Some of you may have had jobs lined up that have fallen through due to the pandemic. Others may have jobs or graduate school plans in place, but you may not know when you'll start or whether it will be in person or online. And even as we've been navigating a global pandemic, events of the past few weeks have made it painfully obvious how much work remains to be done to advance racial equity and justice in this country. This urgent imperative has dominated the final weeks of the spring quarter. It's called upon all of us to dig deeper and reach farther to confront prejudice and racial violence. But even in the face of these uncertain and difficult times, I want to tell you today how confident we are in your ability to weather this storm. I hope that you're confident in yourselves too. You should be. You made it to Stanford, and you made it through Stanford in spite of these difficulties. You've grown in experience and in wisdom during your time here. The challenges of this moment are significant, but you are prepared to meet them. It's always rewarding to see our graduates leave Stanford to make their mark on the world. But this class in particular is special to me. For you undergraduates, your first year at Stanford was my first year here too. I vividly recall my first NSO and meeting you as you moved into your dorms. We've learned the ropes alongside one another. You taught me about Stanford, about the incredible spirit of this place, and about the energy and enthusiasm of our student body. For all of you, graduate students and undergraduates alike, it has been a privilege to get to know you over the past 4 years. This class is also special to me because my daughter is a 2020 Stanford graduate. Through her, I've come to understand more about all of you as you've grappled with challenging coursework and made deep friendships. I've seen firsthand your hopes and dreams for the future, and I can relate personally to the deep pride that I know all of your parents and family members are feeling right now. I hope that you too are feeling proud of all that you've accomplished during your time at Stanford. I'd like to offer you 3 thoughts today. The first is that I encourage you to lean on your community and continue to support each other in the months and years ahead. You form friendships here that will last a lifetime. You've met peers with different backgrounds and different interests, friends who have opened your mind and broadened your horizons. And though we're physically distant now, those friendships will endure. They may even be strengthened by the circumstances we're living through today. I encourage you to draw on your community as a source of support, confidence, and hope for the future. Second, I encourage you to use the knowledge and the skills you've gained to effect change in the world. The brutal death of George Floyd and the resulting national outcry of grief, pain, and anger have underscored how urgent it is that we make lasting changes in our country and in the world. Real change requires the hard and dedicated work of all of us, and it's clear more than ever how much we need your talents, your creativity, and your commitment to improving our world if we're going to find solutions to the serious challenges we face. You can help ensure that a better world emerges from this moment. It will require you to have both the courage of your convictions and a dedication to continuing to learn and grow long after you leave Stanford behind. Finally, I encourage you to keep dreaming big. You each have the potential to make powerful contributions to our world. There may be new obstacles to you fulfilling your dreams due to the health, economic, and civic crises we're facing. It may take longer, it may be more difficult, but you have the strength and creativity to overcome these challenges. And the hard work that you've done has prepared you to achieve great things. Never forget it. To all of our 2020 graduates, on behalf of Stanford University, I extend my deepest congratulations for all that you've achieved. Wherever you are in the world now, and wherever you go from here, you'll remain a part of our Stanford community, and you'll take a piece of Stanford with you. Congratulations, 2020 graduates. We can't wait to celebrate your commencement in person. I look forward to the day we meet on campus once again.
I was a junior in high school, and one Sunday we decided to take a trip to visit the Stanford campus. I was so impressed. My mother looked me in the eye and said, "Son, you're going to go to Stanford."
When I set foot on campus in the fall of 1966, I headed straight to the offices of the Stanford Daily.
The first time I set foot on campus was move-in day, 2005. I was just a kid in a candy store, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and ready to go.
80 years ago, life in itself was very uncertain. The attack on Pearl Harbor, President Roosevelt declared war on the Japanese.
A date which will live in infamy.
Life is just a series of uncertain events, but you have to learn to adjust and look at change as something positive.
66 to 70 were some pretty tumultuous years. Huge change in society relative to the civil rights movement.
We're going to win our freedom.
Martin Luther King was assassinated in the spring of '68. That segued really into the Vietnam War years and the Vietnam War protests, where students were very, very active. We felt as though we had an imperative to make a difference, to do something.
It was a time of great upheaval at Stanford. I think this would resonate for today's graduates. In the spring of our senior year in 1970, a number of students were shot and killed at Kent State by National Guard troops. And that led to a kind of national strike by students, and at Stanford University suspended classes for a week in early May of 1970. So it was a time when it wasn't just a campus in turmoil, but a nation in turmoil.
I graduated in 2009. There was a clear shift. Economic uncertainty. Jobs were disappearing in the job market. People were being laid off.
The economy, things were very uncertain. We were able to talk through our fears and anxieties to weather the storm and get through it together.
Things that happened while we were at Stanford affected our career trajectories. And we would think, what is the world going to need at the end of this?
And then as reality hit for what graduation and post-Stanford life looked like, there was a big tension on campus, practicality versus passion. In a lot of ways, that really brought a sort of resilience and a sort of compassion that we needed.
It's quite an extraordinary time that today's seniors are experiencing. This crisis has thrown your world out of kilter, just the way the war and the turmoil threw my world out of kilter. And so I hope you'll be as fired up as I was and my classmates were to do what we could to try to set the world straight.
How we treat one another, how we deal with truth, how we deal with the principles, again, of freedom, justice, and equality, are going to determine where this country is for future generations.
I can never remember a time when all society was as affected as greatly as it is now. You have a privilege and an obligation to utilize your talents in such a manner that will leave the world in a better situation than you found it.
One of the things that defines Stanford is this sense of optimism, that even in difficult times, there are good things to be done and good things will happen.
This time is ripe for new opportunities, new things to emerge. Don't be afraid to change course, because it's not failure. It's actually growth and development to change.
Think about what you can do and how you can set yourself up to be in a position where you can best help change the world and make a difference.
You have a long road ahead, and so pace yourself. Know that progress takes time. You surround yourself with people who believe in you and encourage you and challenge you. Because the road ahead is long, but for sure, you're on the right path.
Congratulations, class of, what year is this? What day is this even? Class of 2020. You guys did it. No one can take this moment away from you. I'm so sorry that you don't get to have the glory of walking across that stage, but who cares? You did it. I'm proud of you. I'll never forget graduating and my dad discovering that I did not major in political science at my graduation. Ooh, he was so pissed. But who cares? You're doing this for you. You got your degree and it's yours. Congrats. Much love, Cardinal love. See you in the real world.
You'll receive a lot of advice today. Here's mine. Do something you don't feel ready to do. It may not be comfortable. It may or may not be successful, but that moment that you push through the feeling of, wow, I'm not sure I can do this, is the moment that you have a breakthrough. Taking risks is how we learn and how we grow. The year that I applied to Stanford, there was a quote on the front of the brochure from James Baldwin. The world is before you, and you need not take it or leave it as it was when you came in. The state of the world today is confusing and troubling, but I know that you can change it for the better. And I, for one, can't wait to see what your ideas and your efforts do.
You've graduated, but let me assure you, you're never going to leave, because things you've learned here will stick with you. Let me mention 3. Number 1, you've learned how to learn. So as you have experiences in life, learn from them. Number 2, remember the importance of accountability. And whenever you're in any organization, if there's accountability, it's going to be okay. And number 3, most important, you've learned that you can work with people whom you trust. And that's true in life.
Celebrate today with your friends, with your family, virtually or hopefully in person, and we will get through this together. Lean on your community. That's the one thing I've learned at my time at Stanford is community, the importance of leaning on your friends and family, especially through tough times like this. And the next transition in your life is going to be scary. You're entering the real world, you're entering jobs, so this is a time to lean on your friends more. But congratulations. Celebrate yourselves. You guys did something that not a lot of people in this world has done. You guys are Stanford alum. You guys should be very, very proud of yourselves. I know I am. And hopefully once this is all over, we'll be able to celebrate all together in person.
Stanford class of 2020. I'm Corey Booker, class of 1991. I remember one of the biggest events we had was a major crisis, a 7.1 earthquake. People displaced out of their homes, challenges, and even death and destruction. And I remember that earthquake didn't define us. How we responded to it did. I saw our class and others responding with grace and grit and goodness, decency and love. Well, you're graduating in even more challenging times, but I know that these times don't define you. You are going to show up fully and define who you are by how you respond. I am excited about the days, months, and years before you as you meet this crisis and many others with your spirit, with your light, and with your love. I wish you all the best. Congratulations, and I am so excited about the world that you all will create.
Hello, and congratulations, 2020 graduates. I'm very happy to celebrate this momentous occasion with you, even though it's not exactly how we all imagined it would be. This has been an extremely challenging year in so many ways. No one imagined we would be grappling with a pandemic that would so significantly alter our lives. Racial injustice has been with us for far too long, and events, both recent and in the past, have been deeply disturbing. But the seeds of change have been planted. I admire your perseverance in getting to this important benchmark in your lives, and I admire your commitment to Stanford's founding purpose, to work for the benefit of humanity. You are now part of that legacy. I know it hasn't been an easy journey, and there are surely more challenges ahead, but it's important to take the time to celebrate your accomplishments with family and friends. So now I'm delighted to introduce a very special segment of today's program. Last month, we asked you to send in your reflections about your time at Stanford that you wanted to share with your fellow graduates. Not surprisingly, your response was great. We thank you for the many, many photographs and videos and stories and poems, messages and artwork that you submitted. Due to time constraints, we can only show a selection of these now, but all of them can be found on the website, celebration2020.stanford.edu. Once again, congratulations, 2020 graduates. I wish you all the best in the future, and I look forward to the day when we can all meet again in person. And now, here are some of your reflections.
I was caught up in the deep end, didn't mean to be sleeping. Maybe it just wasn't our time yet, but I keep on thinking of all the things that could have been. But I find myself dreaming about a life that we're leading. I wanna take you on a round trip, sailing by my side right through the ocean. But where are you now? I want you to be here. Those green eyes and that love, why can't you just be near? I wasn't ready 'cause still had a broken heart. Well, come and fix it, come and fix it. Here's where you should start. Just bring me that California, California soul. Won't you bring that California, California soul? Just bring me that California, California soul. Won't you bring that California, California soul? California, I was caught up in the deep end. Happy birthday to you. Didn't mean to be sleeping, but I find myself dreaming about a life that we were leading. Just bring me that California soul, your California soul, that California soul, that California team. Hey! We love you, Stanford!
2020 graduates, we're so proud of your many accomplishments. We know you're facing great challenges, but we also know that you're poised to make a great impact on our world. I look forward to celebrating with you in person one day soon. Congratulations.
When